Welcome back, unless this is your first time. Thanks for joining us today. I'm going to be unboxing the Mr. Tacklebox Elite Bass Box. I'm a little bit worried about this one because when I picked it up off my porch, my wide gap hooks fell out of it. So I already know these are in here because I had to put them back in. Anyway, let's talk about these. So these are 3/0 spear point EWG hooks. I like the spear point hooks. They're kind of, I feel like they're a little bit more of a pain to rig up because of the irregular shape, but these rig up great, and the hookup ratio on them seems to be right on par, maybe a little bit better than standard shaped EWGs, but I'm never really upset when I get hooks in these, in my Mr. Tackle boxes, because I use them. Simply to put it that way, I use them, so I don't mind getting more of them. Alright, what do we got here? GT football jig, 4/0 hook. It's 3/8 of an ounce. And what color is this guy here? Green, pumpkin, red, purple. Okay, say what kind of hook? VMC hook. So that's a good sign. Well, yeah, say right there. Color 127. Carl Jacobson signature bait. Okay. Let's go with it. Let's get this thing out. See what we got going on here. That's a really cool color pattern. It's almost like a bruised green pumpkin with all that flake and stuff in there. Nice weed guard. Not quite too soft, but not too stiff where it's a pain to put on. Let's see what the hook keepers look like. And it's got double hook keepers there set into it, kind of on offset, almost like a flipping hook. That's pretty sweet. I like that. I like this quite a bit. Good pick. Alright, let's see what this is. Arc CT35. So this is obviously going to be diving 3 to 5 feet. It's a square bill. Chartreuse black back. It's got the magnet in it. Okay, so with these, the Arc square bills, I don't know if it's all of the Arc square bills, but I think it's all of the Arc square bills that I have all have a magnet inside of it. So the idea is when you cast it, the rattle inside there will slide forward to help it cast better. I don't know really if it helps that much, but it's a neat idea. It's not that loud of a rattle, so it's more subtle. But it is a good square bill. You can bounce this off of anything, and even if you do break off the lip, the eyelet is sunken into the bait itself. So if you break the lip, you still don't lose the whole thing, even though it would be broken. I've had some pretty good luck with these. I haven't had this color, so we'll see what this does now that we're getting into summer finally. And it finally stopped raining here. Floating 3/8 ounce, dives 3 to 5 feet, just like I said. Yeah, so there's the idea here. So it's got the magnet in the front, and then all the weight or the rattle in it moves forward into the casting position. Or that doesn't really make any sense there. So I guess it goes to the back of the bait for casting position, and then goes to the magnet for action position. I like them. They work pretty well. Alright, let's see what's next. Ooh, a Buzzbait. Chartreuse and white. Nice full-size Buzzbait. I would like to have a finesse Buzzbait, but it's quite the box for that. This is from Razor. They call this the prop knocker. 3/8 ounce, white and chartreuse. Counterclockwise blade rotation, 5/0 mustad, ultra point hook. awesome hook. Totally adjustable. So, okay, so I'll explain the totally adjustable part here in a second. Lead bait keeper, stainless steel wire frame. Yeah, these are great. So, they call this a prop knocker because it just barely catches on the frame when it spins, so it makes noise. Okay? And I don't know if you know, guys that throw a lot of buzzbaits know this. So the rotation of the blade actually affects how the buzzbait retrieves, because a buzzbait will never retrieve perfectly straight back. Okay? So depending whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise will make the difference if it curves to the right or curves to the left. So I think I did that right because I don't remember if the camera mirrors that. Whatever. You guys get the idea. But yeah, let's check out these hook keepers that they got on here, because it's a rubber band. Yeah, it's just a rubber banded skirt. Some people super prefer those. Some people hate them. I like hand-tied skirts, but certain situations I like to have the rubber band ones so I can actually change them and pull them off a lot easier. There is no... Wait, I read that on there, right? Yeah. Lead bait keeper. Okay, yeah. So there's not a bait keeper on there. I mean, unless you want to count the one that the skirt's tied to, which even then is just kind of a round bit. Anyway, I'm not going to knock this thing just because of that, because I'm definitely going to use this. I'll just have to keep in mind that there is no actual like hooked bait keeper on the shank of this hook, which is slightly a letdown. But counterclockwise buzz baits, you don't find them a whole lot. Alright, let's get to the next thing here. Aaron's Baits 4-inch Dragon Tails. I've never heard of this brand. This is exciting. I don't know where they're from. Doesn't say, but there's Aaron's information for Instagram. Okay, so I wonder what this tail is supposed to do in the water. So it's pretty interesting. Something like this I would definitely think would be drop shotable. Maybe you could Ned rig this, even though it's larger. Definitely could power shot it. I'm just curious if it swims, because if it swims, then you could put like a smaller swim bait head on it and then swim it, or you could just drag it. But it's not really thick enough that you could get it on. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't. I don't think it would hold up very well. But that would be, depending on what this tail does, that would be kind of a sweet combo. Anyway, let's move on. I'm super interested to see what these actually do once I get them into the water. Oh. Yeah, what color do they call this? It doesn't say. Of course it doesn't. Oh, almost dropped it. Let's put that over there. Yeah, Last Tech. Huge fan of Z-Man stuff. So, this is the goat. It's... kind of think of it like a... it's not really a craw. It's more of like a frog, sort of. But it's such a versatile bait that you could pretty much put it on anything. This is watermelon red. So obviously it's got that nice red flake in there and a regular green pumpkin. And elastic baits are essentially indestructible. I have a lot of elastic baits and I use a lot of elastic baits, but I don't go through a lot of elastic baits. Once again, this would be sweet. Kind of swim that almost, kind of just let it fall to the bottom, swim it up a little bit, let it fall. Perfect color combination for that. It matches the red and the purple. Great. This is a great trailer for that jig. I really like the color combination on this jig. It's like a bruised green pumpkin. Alright. What do we got next? Yeah, we'll go for the lure. Alright, Headbanger Spitfire. Oh, this is neat. What's going on here? So Headbanger lures always have this apparatus on them. And I've caught fish on Headbanger lures, but I don't know if I love this part here. Yeah, it puts a lot of action into the bait because it rocks. It just smashes it back and forth. It does exactly what it's supposed to. For those of you that have used like the Z-Man jackhammer or a chatterbait, or maybe like the Guggen clickbait, you get the idea of that force kind of just bumping the bait back and forth. Well, rather than it like pulsing it forward and backwards, this one just slams it left and right. They look good. And this looks pretty cool. What is this? Let's read some information about this guy here. 4.5 inches. It's 3/5 of an ounce. VMC hooks. That's a good sign. And are they? Oh, I didn't want that part of that package anyway. It's kind of an EWG style treble hook. I mean, they're pointed inward, but I wouldn't quite call that an EWG style treble hook. I'm sure hookup ratio and keeping them on is going to be more than fine. Top water. Frank accepted. Okay, so this is top water. Interesting. Ton of water during medium to fast retrieves, perfect for dirtier water when you're trying to draw the fish up from deeper. Action lip also orchestrates the movement in the body, giving a superior swimming action at the slowest speeds. Perfect for a more subtle touch in calmer and cleaner water. I'm not sure how I feel about that. This thing's... Ow. This thing's pretty heavy and not very big for top water. This is one I'm definitely going to have to try and see what it does in the water, because I just don't feel like that's going to stay on top of the water very easily. I wonder what they mean by medium to fast retrieve, because it does have treble hooks on it. So if I threw this on my crankbait rod, it's 6.3 to 1. Or I could throw this on my jig rod, which is a 7.3 to 1. I'll throw it on both. See what it does. That's interesting, because I think all the other Headbanger systems that I have are all not top water. It's interesting. Definitely have to try this out sooner than later. Lake Fork Trophy Lures. Lures with an attitude. It's got rigging tips. Texas rig, blah, blah, blah. This is called the Hyper Freak Watermelon Candy Red Flake. Oh. Okay. So it basically looks like a giant, like, flea lice. I wonder what this thing does. That's weird. I mean, it's kind of almost like a shrimp too, but it doesn't. It's not split. You try it, see what it does. It's so thin though. See what I mean? Interesting. I wonder what this is supposed to do, or what this does in the water. I really need to do underwater footage for a lot of these baits, and then just throw them up. But it's... yeah, I should do that. Just spend a day doing that. So here's everything that came in my box and how much list price is on it. We got our dibble book, how to fish a ledge, the April Fool, moving baits for panfish, advertisements, trolling tactics for tanker walleye, deer Carl, snook fishing. Yeah, there's the chatterbait. There's the big blade. I've got a couple of these. They're interesting. I haven't had super good luck with them yet because the big blade is one that you definitely want to throw in dark water. It's not a clear water bait. Why red lures crushed in the spring. Mustard flavored fish. The whole recipe, how to cook it. 4 ways to fish a drop shot. Securing the bag cautiously, and the puzzle. What else we got in here? Oh, actually, so here's a whole entire information card about the Spitfire. This guy. And it doesn't give you a gear ratio. Medium retrieve speed. Huh. Interesting. Definitely have to try that and see what it does. Okay, and finally to our UFO sticker. All right, this one's pretty good. I actually don't think I have this one. I'm just a big kid. I like the stickers. All right, well, that's everything, guys. This box is really good. This is a really good box, and I don't think anything fell out. Thanks USPS for destroying the box. Throw all this stuff in here so I can get rid of all the packaging and put everything away. This is definitely interesting. Don't know how I feel about this yet, but thanks for joining in. If you like it, like, comment, and subscribe. I do a lot of unboxings, a lot more unboxings than I unfortunately would like to do versus doing actual fishing content, but yeah, sometimes that's just how lucky you get to be. This spring was just every nice day I was at work, and then every day I was off it was raining for like the past 4 months. But I'm up here in the Pacific Northwest and Washington, so that's basically to be expected that it's going to rain a lot, frequently, very often. But yeah, if you guys like the stuff, or you want to know more about something, you have questions about something, maybe not something in this box, or just a general question that you have, drop it in the comments. I'm pretty good about answering comment questions. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Tight lines, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.